We're going to break it. I'm just going to the calls. John in West Virginia, you're on the air.
Hi, I don't want to sound petty, but I'm concerned about the nightly news show. Should dress formally. I've seen that Aaron Dykes a lot doesn't wear a tie, and sometimes people are on the show, like yourself, look like you just came up in from boating at Lake Travis or something, and what you have to say is like very important. I think you should dress formally.
I agree with you that presentation is everything, and that I should try to build like a Fox studio just because people fall down and worship it. I mean, we actually have the audience, and I do wear a sports jacket some. I've lost so much weight, I've got to go buy new clothes. I hate going and buying clothes. I don't like buying things, but I need to. I guess I could ask Aaron to start wearing a tie. I agree with you. I mean, you know, I'm so lax around here. I tell the guys when they do the news, hey, you know, button your shirt up more. And it's like, whoa, you're telling me what to do. But, yeah, I mean, people don't know that in TV news and stuff, they're telling them what type of tie to wear, the chicks, what type of lipstick. You know, they tell them now, look like you're sexually aroused looking at the camera. I mean, yeah, no, that's all they do. Yeah, we got guys that work in TV who work here now. I mean, the whole thing is, now look at the camera like you want to, you know, like you're about to kiss it. And it's all about the chicks looking at the camera like they're in love with you. And men sit there, I watch them, actually looking at the chick like, oh, she loves me. She, like, you know, there's about to be that embrace. It's all manipulation. So we're teleprompter free, but I agree with you. I should go out and buy a bunch of nice sports jackets and suits. And I guess I'm getting skinny enough to wear a tie. I mean, I got a big neck. It's like 19 inches around, even when I've lost weight. So that's another issue. When I wear it, it looks like a football player's neck. So it's all with the tie. But you're right. Anything else you want to add there, John?
Just that Aaron Dykes needs a new jacket.
I had tried everything. I'd cut back the amount. Yeah, that last caller, I've heard of being dressed down, but he was dressing us up on air. No, I agree with you. I mean, millions of people every week end up watching the news show that subscribers see first, and we probably should actually wear ties and stuff in there. We've just been beta testing it. I mean, a lot of nights the show is 2 hours long. I'll assure you we're not boating on Lake Travis in between doing this radio show and the nightly news. It takes us all day to prepare for that. A lot of nights we're up here till 10 o'clock. We put a lot of energy into it, and it's the information. You know, people say I shouldn't be self-deprecating in some of the comedy videos I do every 3 or 4 months. You know, we have some fun here, too. This is about our creative expression as well. So I think one reason we are so popular is we are teleprompter-free, and sometimes I'm not wearing a suit and tie, and it's not that same stuffy media system. So I started thinking during the break, maybe he's wrong. Maybe that caller's wrong. Maybe we shouldn't wear nice sports jackets or ties. Maybe we should do the news naked. Or maybe we should do it in a big Easter Bunny outfit. Okay, I'm joking. A Keebler elf outfit. I'm going to stop right there. Who knows? It's about the information. But I agree. The magnitude of this info is so important and is so key to everything because the general public does take it even more serious if you're an authoritative outfit. People love crowns. That's why queens wear them and kings. People love uniforms. That's why the police wear them. People just see that as, ooh, you're part of a gang. Your subconscious mind sees a uniform as that you're part of a larger group. Maybe we should dress up like George Washington. We could dress up like George Washington. I mean, Native Americans, when they went on the warpath, they dressed up in certain regalia. I think a lot of the dressing up, too, is about getting yourself in a mindset. Of course, I don't even really put makeup on. I don't even worry too much about the lighting. You know what? You're right. We need to worry more about the overall packaging. It's just that then I can get so caught up in that I don't even worry about the information. So we're kind of on the other extreme. Maybe I should ask listeners. We could have a poll on InfoWars. Do the news in the nude. That's a joke, folks. For the New York Times runs an article saying, I mean, that's for real. Do the news in a porcupine outfit, a Santa Claus outfit, a police officer outfit, and if we get a female reporter, she can wear a nurse's outfit. She's nursing the Constitution back to back to from its deathbed, or I can wear a Fox News outfit, the pinstripe suit and the blue and red rep tie, and I can act all authoritative and read off a teleprompter. I'm Alex Jones reporting for InfoWars Nightly News, and just authoritatively tell you what is. The government's good. Torture's good. Checkpoints on highways are good. Giant banker bailouts are good. The president is good. World government is good. But if you don't like it, it doesn't exist, and you're an extremist. And then, the men all act really confident and authoritative, so all the guys watching it feel like they're authoritative because they watch it. They all kind of smile back at the guy who's like, I'm Britt Hume. I'm really confident. There's the producer. Look confident. Good. Do a satisfied smile. While the guest is talking, if they say something that the Fox person doesn't like, they'll kind of go, but if they like it, they're like, with just a satisfied look of a total chump fake for a fake nation watching it. I mean, I could actually, like, one night a week do it as establishment news. I've thought for satire, one night a week I could do it like I was a neocon, and then, or maybe once a month. And then one night a week as a fake liberal who's really a fascistic killer, selling total evil. I could do it like a CNN host, like a CIA guy, like, what's that twit's name, that Astor Ayer's name, Anderson Cooper. I mean, I could sit there and of course, have a little announcement of this is only a dramatization of globalist brainwashing. The information here has been twisted and spun to manipulate you and to sell you on the New World Order paradigm. And then go into the whole news tonight. Tonight, the terror threat. America is on the edge. Checkpoints are being set up everywhere. Only by having extremely well-trained, patriotic professionals do the light pat down and then just show them grabbing somebody. And it's light, it's reasonable. And then cut to news articles where they're talking about actual chest x-rays to fly. By the way, we're going to break, and I will go to the calls when we come back. The Denver Post, this is not a joke, is reporting that when they don't have women TSA agents now, women aren't allowed to fly. Because as I told you, it's not a grope down when you refuse the body scan. I've been seeing them do it to everybody. Now it's body scan for everybody at most airports and grope down. And so they said, well, a man can't grope you, and so you can't fly. This is actually in the Denver Post. They admit it, but it gets worse. Why is it okay to have someone of the same sex molest you? Oh, there's the guy that got fired from the NFL, Monday Night Football, for criticizing Obama. Because in America, you don't do that. You get punished for free speech because we don't have that here in America. And now Judge Napolitano, for having the #1 show on Fox Business, he's been fired or lost his show. I don't know if he's still going to be, I was just talking to him via text. I don't know if he's still going to be a correspondent on there, but what's the point of that? I guess money, and I guess he does give some good commentary. But this is the system circling the wagons. That's why they want to control the resources. That's why they want you poor. So you can only have free speech if you work for them and say what they want. And it's not really free speech. Speaking of Max Kaiser, he's on with us next week. Financial holocaust looms as Germany storms Greece, and they've announced what we told you they do. They're announcing total control over the whole country. That's just some of the news I'm going to be getting into. And again, Steve Watson has the article, Fox News axes Freedom Watch. Was Judge Andrew Napolitano cutting too close to the bone for the establishment? That is the question. And if you go over to Infowars.com, you can see some of our other top stories there. But let's hurry through your calls right now. Let's go to John in Texas. John, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
I'm the first John, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good to talk to you, Alex, again. Kind of so many things I want to talk to you about. I don't know where to begin. First of all, let me say this real quick. I mentioned to you the first time I talked to you, the only time we talked on the phone, that you reminded me of Aristotle's Book 3, Chapter 7. You also remind me of Edgar Cayce, something that I know you will appreciate like I did when I read it. He said that destiny or karma depends upon what the soul has done about what it has become aware of. And when I found the knowledge I found 21 years ago, I've been on a mission just like you have ever since to help wake people up. The first conspiracy I was exposed to was a medical conspiracy. I'm a wellness consultant now. I've been doing this for 21 years now in Houston. I coached Rudy Tomjanovich back in 2003 when he had bladder cancer. And I met you when you came into Houston. You may remember me.
Oh, yeah, you're the fella that does the sports medicine for athletes.
That's right, and I had the dog, and but anyway, when I called you initially, I was telling you about how you could bump up your spidey sense, and that's really that's the piece of the puzzle I found a long time ago. I found out that we're doing something that destroys our spidey sense, and I've been on a mission ever since then. I've actually done what no person has ever done in the history of mankind as far as I know. I've been looking for every piece of the puzzle and figure out how it relates to everything. I've actually created a 6-box system that has 18 portals and 203 pieces, and now I've created like a schematic that shows where every piece of the puzzle fits. And what I find really interesting, because I've been studying everybody who thinks they found the solution to our problems for the last 21 years, and what I found is very few people really have found the 2 most important pieces of the puzzle. And then a lot of people have found the 3rd most important piece of the puzzle, and that's the piece that you have found, Alex. In fact, you probably know the 3rd piece of the puzzle better than almost everyone else. And the 3rd piece of the puzzle, of course, is the globalist. It's the #1 source for piece number 2, and that's false knowledge. And as long as we have false knowledge, we cannot learn what we need to learn, the truth.
And people don't have open minds, so once they have the false knowledge, they just stick to that, even when you can prove that it's wrong. And as for ESP, Sixth Sense, Women's Intuition, whatever you want to call it, here's Discover Magazine, headline, Could ESP Be Real? And there's just all these studies coming out scientifically proving ESP.
Exactly. And you made a comment at one time that really perked my ears up, because you said that everybody has their spidey sense, but they got to focus on it. Well, that's only because their spidey sense is too low. It's a lot like having poor vision, and you got to squint your eyes to see. You're not supposed to have to squint your eyes to see any more than you have to focus on your spidey sense. It should be an automatic if your spidey sense was at the adequate level. But we're doing something that destroys our spidey sense, and there's a natural way of bumping it up, and that's my mission in life, is to help people bump up their spidey sense. And I know you've made some changes lately, and you saw some great results. But if you would have done what I teach people to do to bump up their spidey sense, you would have seen the same type of results within 1 month instead of 2 months, but your spidey sense would have increased by a factor of 5 or 6. And if you want to wake everyone else up, Alex, you got to get them to bump up their spidey sense. That's piece #1.
Well, I mean, I call that just waking up, becoming aware. People become more aware when they pray, when they eat healthier. There's a lot of, when you get out in nature, get away from all the hustle and bustle. The globalists throw so much stuff at us so that we just basically stay unconscious. And it's complex, but it's also simple. You ought to do a YouTube video about this, or you ought to mail me your schematic, or you should talk about it and present it. Because even if people don't totally agree with it out there, it's good to just think about how the world works and think in systems that are outside the box. Because this New World Order system is such a tiny, limited spectrum of what's going on. God bless you. I appreciate your call. Send us the information. It was good meeting you down at in the Fed rally earlier last year. You can write to me at P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760. P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760. And I try to go over all the mail. Everybody reads everything that comes in here. I don't get a chance to read everything, but everything does get read and looked at, and we appreciate all the mail that comes in. Email's another story. I mean, we try. If something's super important, send it repeatedly. But then everybody's sending stuff repeatedly, and it kind of becomes a problem. It's crazy.
Well, in from boating at Lake Travis or something, and what you have to say is like very important. I think you should dress formally.
I agree with you that presentation is everything, and then I should try to build like a Fox studio just because people fall down and worship it. I mean, we actually have the audience, and I do wear a sports jacket some. I've lost so much weight, I've got to go buy new clothes. I hate going and buying clothes. I don't like buying things, but I need to. Now look at the camera like you want to, you know, like you're about to kiss it. And it's all about the chicks looking at the camera like they're in love with you. And men sit there, I watch them, actually looking at the chick like, oh, she loves me. She, like, you know, there's about to be that embrace. It's all manipulation. So we're teleprompter free, but I agree with you. I should go out and buy a bunch of nice sports jackets and suits. And I guess I'm getting skinny enough to wear a tie. I mean, I got a big neck. It's like 19 inches around, even when I've lost weight. So that's another issue. When I wear it, it looks like a football player's. I guess I could ask Aaron to start wearing a tie. I agree with you. I mean, you know, I'm so lax around here. I tell the guys when I do the news, hey, you know, button your shirt up more. And it's like, whoa, you're telling me what to do. But yeah, I mean, people don't know that in TV news and stuff, they're telling them what type of tie to wear, the chicks, what type of lipstick. You know, they tell them now, look like you're sexually aroused looking at the camera. I mean, yeah, no, that's all they do. Yeah, we got guys that work in TV who work here now. I mean, the whole thing is next, what's all with the tie, but you're right. Anything else you want to add there, John?
Just that Aaron Dykes needs a new jacket.
I had tried everything. I'd cut back the amount. Yeah, that last caller, I've heard of being dressed down, but he was dressing us up on air. No, I agree with you. I mean, millions of people every week end up watching the news show that subscribers see first, and we probably should actually. We're going to break it. I'm just going to the calls. John in West Virginia, you're on the air.
Hi, I don't want to sound petty, but I'm concerned about the nightly news show. Should dress formally. I've seen that Aaron Dykes a lot doesn't wear a tie, and sometimes people are on the show like yourself look like you just